What's up, guys? Today we really have nothing to do and we are lazing at home,
Yes.
so we figured might as well we just go to ironpixel and do some random shit.
Or meet some cool people.
Yeah, so we met someone really cool on Instagram. She talked to us in the DMs, she's sliding through our DMs. And we found that she's really, really freaking cool.
Yeah, we just finished the episode, let's just be honest.
Yeah,
We finished the episode and we forgot that we didn't think about posting this until we had the whole conversation. It was really good. I think it was very good content.
Yeah, yeah.
And I hope you enjoyed the episode. We enjoyed it ourselves, definitely.
Wait,
Yeah.
I hope you gonna enjoy it.
I hope you. This is the start. I hope you gonna enjoy.
Yeah, no, you don't hope. You know you're gonna enjoy the
you know.
episode.
Be prepared to
Yes.
enjoy.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
prepared to enjoy. Okay.
That's it.
So we'll be linking Jamie's Instagram and everything in the
Yeah.
comment section, in the description, in the Instagrams and everything. Yeah. Hope you enjoy. And this is.
Wait, haven't yet. So we need to give you a little bit of information about Jamie, okay?
Okay.
She's a writer for...
Okay, so I'm a freelance writer and I've started my own online business called ineedawriter.org.
Oh, yo.
Yeah.
ineedawriter.org.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I feel that I don't want it to be try too hard. And then if you need a writer, what do you search on Google? I need a writer.
Oh, okay.
So it's
yo.
good for search.
Nice. Search optimize.
Yes.
Wait, that means that is your...
You domain name.
That's my domain name.
Fucking cool
Wow,
shit.
sick. Okay.
Wow,
so
okay,
I need
okay.
a writer dog. I'll link everything. Can you send me like the
let's,
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
let's just put it down all there.
Okay. Yeah.
So she's
and
awesome. She's about fitness. She's about a lot of mental stuff like we do.
She's very positive on Instagram.
Yes, exactly.
Check it out.
So we really love her attitude when it comes to a lot of stuff. So that's why we came down and interviewed. She interviewed us. We interviewed her.
It was
Then-
just a chill sesh.
Yeah, it's a chill sesh. So you guys can join us for this really cool episode where we give you a little bit of bonus shit.
Yeah.
Listen to some stuffs and hope you have an awesome day.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Yep.
And this episode is going to be super cool because you'll get to know these two cool dudes even better.
Yeah.
Not just about like,
Shy.
yeah, it's a deeper level. You only just like go and watch it yourself.
Let's
Okay.
do it. Honestly, didn't like forgive me, but I didn't know that your pages got some other contents.
Same. I thought it was just a
book. So today you need to educate us.
Yeah,
when it comes
please
to
educate us on your
pages.
pages.
Yeah, actually, I think I'm the same as you guys. So I always thought your page was some kind of like business directory.
Yeah.
And like just have the contact all
Exactly.
that. But then like I found your other pages when I was trying to find writing gigs on job boards. So like I just reached out to them, I pitched to them, they liked it, and that's where it started. Yeah.
Quite cool.
So cool. Yeah, but the content wise is what kind of content?
Yellow Pages reaches out to millennials and they talk about like startups. I myself like am a startup like in business and entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So I feel that I write best in that niche. That's why I'm here and I want to know about more about like mental dumbbells, how you all get to know each other. What's your mindset and mentality like that can really inspire other young Singaporeans?
We start with how we met first, no?
Yeah. Okay. Apparently, I'm very close with his older brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I met his older brother through basketball. Playing basketball, I think 10. How am I? 24.
I think we met with 14.
I think I was like sec 1 or sec 2.
14, 13, sec 1. 13 sec 1.
Yeah, so I guess it's 13, 14 that range.
So 10 years.
Yeah. So I met him playing basketball. Then afterwards, initially I knew him as like the Zainan that just inside. Like, sometimes I go his house, right? He would just stay inside his room and play game.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I like games as well. So sometimes casually I just go inside there, hey, what you playing? Or hey, cool sia. Then we talk shit, talk some nerd trash. Then okay, then we leave. So like subsequently, down the road, I think maybe about like 6 years in, you go to Ngee Ann, I go to Ngee Ann mah.
Yeah.
So we're in the same school, roughly around the same course. Right? What is it? BIT, right? Yeah. So you took BIT, I took BS in Ngee Ann. And then at the point of time, because you know in business school, you have a lot of stuff going on. So when I reached out for people to help me, right, usually he's always like the one helping me. Like for example, I at the time need a few people to help me on my projects. Then he just like blasted across his entire WhatsApp chat. Yeah, all those kind of stuff.
That's really like going like extra mile.
Yeah, as in like really very hard to meet people that like will take the effort to be nice to you.
Yeah.
So I mean also there's the fact that I knew him for quite a while lah. Then we just like got a little bit more closer. All the way until when was it that we
Army.
Yeah, I guess army, right?
No, after poly before army. Then I started doing
After poly, before army. Yeah.
I started doing the shirt thing, then I talked to you.
Oh yeah, okay. So he went into like the self-discovery phase of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
So he was thinking about starting his own business and all the stuff like that. So I just, since I, like, for my background, I did shirts before, so I gave him a little bit of advice. Then we grew a lot closer lah. Then until to the point where he went to army, then gone through a lot of crazy stuff that he will share later. Then we decided to do this podcast because we all both have a lot of personal struggles that we are facing and we are handling with. So like we felt that it was good for us to come together. Then we kind of like push each other to do it lor. Yeah. Cause like for me, I have a very big thing with consistency.
Procrastination.
Procrastinate a lot.
Master right here.
Master man, I preach. So yeah, it's very frustrating to be in this entire loop of what's it called? Procrastination. Yeah. So like I realized that the key for me is a little bit like Gary said it. It's like he says that he's very lazy of his own, but when he has somebody else that is he can be accountable for, then he kind of gets his work done. So for now, honestly speaking, like Mental Dumbbells is really going quite good because this guy has been bugging me every day about Mental Dumbbells, and I really love it because the fact that like we're doing something, some days I get irritated, but like after a while I realized that hey, actually it's still something that we always wanted to be. Then he always sets me back to the right track, which I always appreciate. So having somebody else for me here to be very accountable for it, is just a lot better lah when it comes to my productivity. So the way we met, back to the question, the way we met, right, is I know I'm very close with his bigger brother. Then Xian, so all along we were just very close by. So and we stay nearby each other.
That's why we came here together, we got together.
I think like 2 streets down. 2 streets down.
Since young, I think.
I have this very random rule, right, that your closest friends are always determined by proximity.
Really meh?
I feel so. I really think so.
Convenience
like your best friend can never be from Dumbells. Like we can never be best friends. I swear. Cause like
thanks for your honesty.
But it's like we will just say, hey, you want to meet at supper where my place lor. Then like you get what I'm saying, it will never make sense.
True.
So it's very tough. I got a friend that last time I was so like madly close with like either I sleep at his house or he sleep at my house. Those kind of
romance
that's what max one. But then the problem is like he moved to Admiralty. Even Admiralty is about 5 MRT apart. Then
oh my.
like we still casually meet up. I went to Melbourne 1 month just to meet him.
Oh come on.
But for now, right, like it's there's this space between us because of proximity. So that's my very definite rule. Like maybe girlfriend also next time is the same thing. You'll find one stay nearby.
My boyfriend stays next block to me.
Exactly. Wow, so good. So awesome.
It's very convenient.
Okay, so back to the question.
Back to the question.
Okay, how I met him from my perspective lah.
Yeah,
since he have been with my brother for so long and he watched me grow up. Since the Zainan days, I was like really I was a big Call of Duty nerd. Then before that I was a big just a nerd. I was like gaming intensively. I have 10,000 hours on Team Fortress 2.
Team Fortress,
Blackshot,
shit.
unlimited hours. Really,
But you're good, man. You're very good, man.
Yeah.
I swear, you're very good.
I when I like something, I really dive into it, and I don't stop until I'm like one of the best.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Then like how I met him is that he was always the one telling me to step out of my comfort zone more, to like don't so 宅男 lah. You got all these things you can do. Why you don't do? Why you stay home? You know, he introduced me like books to read, like the Magic Bullet. Then because I didn't know how to interact with the opposite sex last time. Then he taught me like, okay, you need to be confident. You need to have like this like mini pro tips. Then like at the back of my mind, okay lah, it works lah. And then like it gives me a lot of confidence, like to the point where like even giving fashion like the way I dress. I used to just wear like a short sleeve shirt to cover my tummy and then stuff like that. And then regarding my body, he was nice enough to introduce me to the gym. He guided me along to my first few sessions, then push me, tell me how to do like the basic squats, bench stuff.
I heard the episode 4. You
Yeah.
talk about the gym thing, right?
Yeah.
It was quite funny.
That's really funny. Nice.
I mean, like,
I'm top.
it's really damn funny. Okay, to be honest, like like seriously, you all should listen to episode 4. Like I was walking back from the gym actually. I gym at downtown, so I was walking to White Sands. Then I was listening to podcast. I couldn't stop laughing and people stare at me, sia. Then I'm like, forget it, whatever. I'm listening to something good.
Nice.
Damn nice, yeah.
Shit, we need to clip this.
It's damn funny, serious. I'm not lying.
Oh my god, so happy.
So like it's like a great job at episode 4.
Thank you so much.
Sorry I
Yo,
interrupted
it's okay.
you.
So he started me off like all these positive things, and then when I got what I said, I went to army. Like before army we talked, then after right now I'm still in army. I got diagnosed with I was in a bad place lah, and I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression 32 days ago. And he met me
1 month
already. 1 month plus already. So he met me on day 3 I think, day 3 or day 4.
Yeah, I think so.
And then he just texted me. My brother told you right? Yeah, and then he just texted me.
Just miss you.
Then we just go and eat. Then I just watch him eat. Then we just talk all. Then we talk already. We go for a ride. Then we just drive all. He asked me go where, just drive. Then we drive to like all the way to Ang Mo Kio.
Don't tell my boss.
Oh, hey, I mean we drive like
Walk to Ang Mo Kio.
Yeah, we walk to Ang Mo Kio. And we just talk Then he just told me like, okay, you need to do something to make yourself better, whatever you can. Then I'm like, I have nothing to do now, cause I'm an MC. I got 2 sleep discs. Yeah, you listen to episode 4, you know.
Is it real or
Yeah,
like?
it's real.
Okay.
I got L4, L5, and L5S1. Left and right sleep, and then basically.
Left and right, I thought it's like one side only.
L4, L5 is left, and L5S1 is right. Okay. Yeah, but towards the left is worse lah. And then because of the herniated disc, I've been having a lot of consistent pain for the past year now, which led to the depression and anxiety. And like the people I hung out with wasn't that positive, and Harrison told me to like surround yourself with more positive people and like be more smiley in general. To get to the point where I am today, I really have to thank him because he has been there throughout the whole thing. Really. And then this is still a progress. He's still working on his procrastination. I'm still working on my demons. And we're all just here to get better.
Yeah. But what do your parents think about this?
Oh.
I mean, yeah, we can say that like this is our life, and we make the bulk of the decisions. But then of course we have to consider like our family members like worries and all that. It comes with this. So maybe you can share about that.
You go first.
Okay, so my dad is very very supportive. I come from a single parent family, so since young I've always had him. I've always told him everything about myself, from girls to like in bed or everything everything really under the sun.
Puberty.
Yeah, puberty, like the birds and the bees,
Seriously, you can do that.
We talk about it like wearing helmet, all that stuff. Like we joke about it all the time, cause we are all like single men, like at that point in time.
Makes sense.
Then like he was very open about it, which I'm very happy which made me to be so empathetic now. I think I'm quite empathetic. I don't know, maybe I just care too much, but yeah. And then he has been. I told him about the podcast. He's been very supportive. He's been listening to like everything he can. He go and like all my Instagram posts. He go and listen to my the radio snippet that I was in. Like he goes the extra mile to make sure that I feel loved and cared for, because prior to this because I was in a relationship with someone, and I couldn't spend time with him at all for a month and a half. And like sort of like cut him off. So that we're just both trying to be better. I'm just trying to be a better son. He's just trying to be better dad. And like right now he's amazing. Like when I have my anxiety attack, he like come into my room, tell me everything's gonna be alright. When I have my episodes, when I sit down there and just cry, he just tell me, Sian, everything's gonna be alright. Papa is here, Yeah, he just support all. Yeah, shout out to Pa. Yeah, I'm very blessed and very happy to say that my parents support me, and my brother also. Yeah, cause single parent then my brother, he's a great inspiration of mine. He is a very solid guy, but he has his demons too, but he's willing to set everything aside for me. When I was in the hospital, he slept on the floor beside me because there was no sofa.
Dedication.
Yeah. For when he saw my scars, he was really like distraught. Can see in his eyes that he was lost. That's what it is. And when I saw him sleeping at the side of my bed, on my ward, just really puts into perspective how much he loves me. Even after I got home, he still slept because I live at my own room. then he sleep on the floor beside me also for the next 3 days, just to make sure that if I have my episode in the middle of the night, someone is there for me, and I won't feel as alone as I was lah. Yeah. I'm very happy to say that I'm a very supportive family that just wants me to be happy and to be better as soon as possible, which is why I'm putting myself out here in front of camera talking to random people on Instagram and just trying to grow and learn and make sure that I become someone they are proud of one day. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Nice.
Good.
Very sweet. I like.
Yeah, I totally can relate with you, like when you share about your dad, like I think when like we form new relationships or when new relationships come, and then like we have like things that like are important for us to do. For example, my writing business and growing it, like my big goals. I kind of like somewhat cast my family outside like my space.
It's just so easy, right?
Yeah, it's like they wouldn't understand and I don't want this like external voice in my head or like affecting the decisions I make for my business. So like I just purposely like draw a boundary, a circle around myself. But then little did I know that actually like their support like is what I need also. Like sometimes you just need to a listening ear. Yeah, so my mom is the one that like I like always share like all my stuff with since young. So I think I really can relate with you when you talk about your dad. Yeah.
That's sweet. Nice. Lucky us.
Yep.
Arrow life.
Very good family. I have two siblings, one elder brother, one elder sister. So I'm very well taken care of. Mom and dad as well. So my family, right, mom and dad has been always very supportive in whatever I do. So like they also they did the right thing when it comes to giving me confidence as well. It's like last time, even very small stuff like my spelling, I get like 9 out of 10, right? They would make it until like it's a very big deal also. So it was very awesome. I wasn't a very good kid when I was in all the way growing up until secondary 3 or 4. Yeah, but ever since like last time, right, they was kind of disappointed in me because I was like the kid that just played games and doing nothing all the way until about sec 3 when I overheard one of my conversations with my dad and his aunt. So he was saying like how are your kids doing? He said, the big one is gonna graduate soon and get a job. The second one is okay, still doing in secondary school, gonna get good. Then he said about the last one, right, he was saying about the last one, which is me lah. He said 那个我真的还是不懂. He said he don't know whether like what will I do next time. So that one was like a very mini turning point for me because like I realized what the hell I was doing, and I started to go into like the self-help direction, all the other stuff. So I went to join like MLM. I went to learn sales, sell printers, sell a lot of different shit just to get myself a little bit better.
Yeah, got me my first job.
Yeah,
sell printers.
Right? Yeah. So when it comes to family support, I really had a lot of it. It's like my father is so cool, right? Cause okay, my family, right, my mom's a singer, my dad is a musician at those like like 香丢 those kind of. So he is like the 老师 of all the singers.
Cool.
So he'll kind of like play the organ, he help them arrange the music, teach them how to sing, then like sort of like manage the bar in a sense lah. But then so along that, right, because they are like more of like a music industry, they don't do the normal stuffs that other people do 8 to 5. So they were really cool with what I wanted to do, like, you want to try this, go ahead and try. So like wherever it is from young all the way until I was growing up, their support was great, it was awesome. So like a little bit something extra was that my mom passed on last year, I think about 2 months ago. 1 year, 2 months ago, about for cancer, liver cancer. So at that moment of time, it was really very sad, like because I was in national service. I was like struggling with a lot of stuff personally because of relationship wise. Then added on the thing that my mom had, the cancer wise. So it was a very very traumatic experience for me. Like I met one of my friends that I was close with, I think a year plus back when I was in that period. Then she looked at me and she said, "Hey, you changed here." And I was like how? She said, "Last time when I met you during that era, that time, right, It's like you always had this like thunderous crowd on your head like that. Like my mood was so negative, like my whole expression was just like plain and boring like that. But she said that for right now I have kind of changed in a way that it's a lot more positive. So like when it comes to my mom's support, right, she is a little bit backstory lah. Like she gave me a lot of courage before she passed, because for her to look at the doctor and the doctor tell us say like, oh, you only left, okay, they told us left 6 months to live, but she managed to live up to about a year plus. So during that 6 months, right, all of us were devastated, but she was the only one in the family that was still very positive over everything, and she was the one that was dying. You get me? So it's like I heard news from my other friends that their parents also got cancer, right? Like for example, the mom got cancer. The mom just locked herself in the room and cried for an entire few days. Then was very negative about everything, throwing stuff where I don't eat all the stuff. But instead she was still very positive. So like you need to look death in the face and then say that everything is okay to your kids, right? It's really fucking insane. It's crazy. It's like we all was living in that denial phase that like, oh, if she gets better, then we will plan other holidays somewhere somehow. But when our story was that like my father isn't very rich. My father is bankrupt. My mom, she has a job that pays her about 2K per month, but she still lives very frugally. She is able to give us stuff when we want it. Like our house still got aircon, still got PS3, still got TVs, all sorts of different, like all those stuff that we want, she give it to us. So like when it comes to her positivity when facing her cancer, everything is going down. Not much money. She cannot work, all sort of stuff like that, right? She still put on a very positive like outlook, and she smiled and she carried on her days. All the way until the last few days of her life, right? It was really very positive. Until like maybe a few days it was very bad, but that one is next time a story, okay? But like to see, because I got a story which is my brother received a phone call from his friend the same day my mom got diagnosed. I think not same day, it's like one month in. So he called my brother and said like, hey, my mom also got the news, it's the same exact thing. So he said, how do you handle it? Like how much time does she has left? So we told him, like I said, don't worry lah, we still have a little bit of time. So you can just spend as much time as you can with your mom. Then he said, okay, thanks for the information. He like put down the phone. Then like 2 days later he called my brother. Then he said, oh, my mom died. Yeah. So you think about it, like my brother, okay, in a way it's very fucked up because he said that he has still a lot of time. But my mom, she survived for a year plus with that cancer. But some other people might not be that privileged to have a very positive mom and then have so much time for them to spend with their mother. I had about a year plus with my mom. She was so positive, and then I was a lot more happy and got a lot closer with her during that phase, because like my brother and my sister had a lot of commitments. Just nice I was in army, so I could use that as an excuse to go out and spend time with my mom. Like she got chemotherapy, I can book out camp, go and pay her chemotherapy, come back, all this sort of stuff. So like to see when it comes to perspective, because a lot of people say like oh your parents still had cancer, you are bankrupt, you have not much money, then everything is like going to shit. Like why are you still trying to be more positive? But it's still like same thing. Like you see Gary Vee's like perspective, because like I always think that what if one day I really lose my arm, lose my eyes, lose my feet? Like there are a lot of stuff that I cannot do. So like right now I still have a lot of stuff that I have, a lot of stuff that I can do. Then I need to spend the time well. So with that 1 year plus, right, I really told my mom as many times I wanted that I love her, and like share with her whatever stuff I wanted to share. So ultimately there wasn't any regrets when she left. Yeah. So it was like when it comes to the family support, like your question, it really taught me a lot, because like I feel your true self is being shown when death is in front of you. And then for her to really be positive, really to be so awesome when she's dying and she dies, right? Like I would say on like, cause the cancer, right, what they do is that they destroy the liver. So the liver is unable to clear the toxin in your body, and your whole body turns like kind of like yellowish. Then you die because of the poison. So for her, right, she was sane and positive all the way until like 2 days before she died. 2 days So it's like out of the entire struggle, right? She had to cut a little bit of her large intestine out. So what happened is that because she couldn't process stuff normally, she has to kind of shit in a bag there's a hole in her like that. So she always has this like lump on the left side of her body everywhere she go. For that year plus, right, she always had that bag, then here always like that. And then she always wears a baggier bag. That one, a little bit of insecurity, I understand. But the idea behind it is that she still don't complain about it. She doesn't ask us to help her to clean it. She does it herself. Like I got learn how to do it. I got go and look into it. But the problem is that she didn't ask us to, like she didn't throw the responsibility to us somehow. Somehow she's like, I can do everything myself. I'm still well. I'm still very good. All the way until like 2 days before she died. So it's like it's like to understand that story and to see it in a son's perspective. There's nothing else I can complain about. You get what I mean? Like, cause no matter what, you talk about weather hot, you talk about my grades not there, you talk about no money. It's smallest problem I can ever have. So when it comes to like what my parents taught me, right, that one was a very very big lesson. That like I saw how brave my mom was, and how she dealt with life, which makes me think that life is very tough, and then we shouldn't make everybody else's life tougher. So we should just do as much good as you can. Stop. Yep. That is kind of like the story. Yeah.
Really good. Good shit there. Yeah, actually.
Oh no. Okay.
Is
Never
it
mind.
okay?
Yeah. Okay. Go on.
Yeah, actually, there's a period of time where after I graduated from Singapore Poly, I wanted to be a physiotherapist. But then like my grades cannot make it lah. So I heard the podcast you were sharing about it. Like my parents didn't have money to send me overseas. So what I did was like I go and get a certificate in therapy assistant. And guess the age of my classmates?
20, 30.
40, 50.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a mid-career life shift, and I'm like the youngest there.
Yeah.
So like imagine like every day I have to go there and then like learn like things that are meant for mid-career shift, not like a university degree and all that. I have big aspirations for myself, so I had to humble myself because I didn't study hard enough. Yeah, I became like I did humble myself to be to the grade of like mid-career shift, and then one of the opportunities I got was being an intern as a therapy assistant in Bright Vision Hospital, and I saw a lot of because it's a community hospital, so there's a lot of deaths happening there as well. Yeah. So there's one of my patients. He's I don't know his name. I cannot say his name. But then he had cancer, and he was at the last stages already. But he was so positive. He looked forward to exercises every day, and then like we had some conversations here and there, and like the things that they say, right, is much more positive than the people that like, for example, our age group who has like so who has abundance already, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So like it was really eye opening to see like people who even at like the end part of their life, they can still like be so positive, like in their speech and their behaviour. They even want to exercise, and then some of us are just like, no, I'm not gonna exercise kind of thing. But it's your own freaking body, and like yeah, it's like very inspiring. So when you share about your mom, right, I really understand the part where like you can see that there's light in their eyes, even though even though it was gloomy and everything. It's amazing how people can like twist everything like that.
Exactly. So when it comes to like really talk about perspective, this time you listen see like so many people don't have anything and then they still keep a positive mindset. So I really feel it's very like 80-90% is all about your own balance in your mind, right? So if you can find a way to shift that balance towards positive light, then I think you'll be a lot better.
Right now I'm trying.
I know it's very hard, and I cannot comprehend how hard it is.
It's like having a hole. Okay, so every day when I come out, this is the positive me. But when you sit down there alone, or you playing game halfway, you just fall down. You just fall into the pit of like emptiness inside you, and you just feel like how shit the world is. You know, everything, all the knowledge you read about like poverty, about life expectancy, about what you're gonna do in the future, your pay, you're gonna be in debt in the future, everyone's in debt. These kind of thoughts just keep running into your mind, right? And you cannot control it. And you just feel so overwhelmed by everything, right? That you just want to stop. You just want to end everything. You just want to die. That's. But it takes a lot of effort to get positive, but and it's so worth it. That's why I take my step out every day. That's why I want to do mental dumbbells. Because anyone who with the same thing as me, right, hears like my words, right, and makes you laugh, right, like what you said just now, it really makes me so happy that I'm making someone's day. If when I had my like worst periods, right, I had my family with me, but not everyone has that one. And to provide that comfort to someone, like even make someone smile, right, it really like makes me damn happy, cause it just pushes you away from the dark side.
That's true.
The demons are so loud, but if there's like a little bit of light I can share with people, right, and like bring them out from that gloomy phase, right, I don't mind doing it, even if it means like me destroying myself.
I think I've fallen like I'm very bad at remembering quotes and like people's names, but then there's one the main gist of it is like the best way to actually like help yourself, right, or bring yourself to optimism, actually helping others. And it's proven in like psychology studies that works. So I think like that's a really good approach for like countering like these like negative thoughts. And when I heard from your episode 4 also, and what you just shared just now, when you say there's a hole inside, right? That's the exact word that I wrote yesterday night in my journal, because that's how I felt. Like I get when every morning you wake up, right, you feel like, oh shit, like you don't feel like the sun is shining kind of thing. You don't feel everything's good. You feel scared. You feel like yeah. I don't know how to say. It's like you just feel scared. You feel lost, but then it's this feeling is just a part of the process. The fact that you're lost, right, means you're exploring to something great.
Shit, that's nice.
Because it's like going to like starting a podcast and everything, right? It's a freaking bold step that it's like commendable, because no one will go and get a camera, invest in a camera. No one will go and source for a freaking room, like email and all that. They just too mafan already, I won't do that. But then like all these steps, right, people don't see, so you just start podcast so easy, but then it's not. So it's very bold to do it, and it's not easy because you got to explore yourself. There's I make bad decisions in my life, and I try to like improve it, so I do some research and then one guy, oh shit, I can't remember his name anyway, he's a computer scientist. He said that there's one tactic, right, that can help you make better decisions. It's explore versus exploit. Explore is like trying new things and figuring them out. So when you're exploring, you know whether it's good or bad, so you give yourself 50%. But explore is like you already know that it's good, so you just keep doing it over and over again because you enjoy it. You know it's gonna be good. It's like choosing where to eat. You can either go to like a new restaurant that you may or may not know whether it's good or not, or keep going to that teppanyaki place that you know is damn good already. So like I think what y'all did is like going to explore, jumping off like the path that has been travelled by millions of people. It's like all dirt and all that. Y'all are going jumping into another road and like just having a lamp over there. I always visualize things like you won't know what's ahead, but then you always have like this mental picture in mind that you're gonna reach there, and like, but to reach there is always step by step, and all you have is like just one little light to just see what's ahead, just right in front of you. So like that brings me to my next question on like what are your like big goals, or what y'all see mental dumbbells like in like, for example, 5 years time.
Whoa.
You got think?
Okay. Let me see.
5 years I should be over depression already. 5 years I should be good
already. I think next year can be
So like I've been my procrastination phase, right, I have this very big goal in mind. So it falls under the very big umbrella of self-help. So what it is actually, I feel that a lot of us, right, do not have a space in a local context for information about our emotional health and a lot of stuff that we need to know as a growing adult. So when it comes to finance, when it comes to fitness, when it comes to relationship, when it comes to this kind of mental help, right? It's all stuff that we only share with our close friends or have coffee talks with, but there isn't this very good sort of like database for us to learn more stuff from. So you see like our Singapore's entertainment, right? All those very big stars are all people who talks about music, talks about glamorous fashion or stuff like that. But I feel that there isn't a space for us or people around that focus on helping other people lah. So we have a lot of topics we want to talk about. Then mental issues is just one small piece of the puzzle, because it's like on a personal journey, right? I last time I used to be very very insecure and totally unable to hold a conversation in front of a crowd. But how I got through it was I really put myself into those type of situations. I Googled it, I searched, I researched, I went for events, I did a lot of stupid crazy stuff. Like last time I was really very stupid. And like when it comes to relationship, right? Like, do you know that there's this community of guys that focus and study the communication with women? So they help people who are unable to communicate across to find the tools they need to just like put the message across more effectively and more smoothly.
It's like charisma on command.
No, it's called it's something like that. Those kind of self-help stuff. So they do boot camps whereby they just go on the streets and they just have a conversation with the opposite sex. So like, hey, I think you're kind of cute, I just want to talk to you. Say hi, really have a genuine interaction. Okay, it's not those stuff like being, hey, Xiao Wei, here's my number, those kind. It's really like helping guys that are unable to communicate across to really have a conversation. So there are a lot of scientific base comes to it. There's a lot of experimental stuff. There's a lot of different takes and perspective to how one should communicate across. But like we want to share the light when it comes to this entire development, because like I feel right now everybody's bombarded with a lot of information, and like people drown in opportunity, not drown in the lack of one in Singapore. So it's like you have so much resource, you have so much place that you can learn, but the thing is that not a lot of people knows about it. You know what I mean? Like, do you know about it before I told you? No, right?
Like I'm Pixel.
Yeah, I didn't know about iPixel for like all the way until like a couple of months ago. All this sort of stuff is stuff that we should know. You see, like for example, we talk about finance. Okay, what is the best financial tools that you can use to plan for retirement? Blah blah etc. As a freelancer, are you supposed to how much are you supposed to declare your own personal income for you to get a video in the future? Because I'm a freelancer myself. Then that question wasn't solved until like 1 month back, where I asked a very senior freelancer. All these type of questions when it comes to finance, when it comes to relationships, you know, like how you deal with your mindset when it comes to like boyfriend girlfriend relationship, all that sort of stuff. It's the stuff that we want to dive like very deep into as well. Like I have another project which is called the Singapore Soldier. So what it is actually a website that talks about national service. Because as in my story, right, was that my lowest point of my life is when I was in camp. The girl that I was madly in love with, like we quarreled. Then I received news that my mom got cancer, and then like all my friends was kind of like there but not there for me because I was in camp. So when it comes to emotionally, then we can talk about financially. I was also very stressed because like, what if cancer gonna we already bankrupt? How will cancer bankrupt us even further? Because I was thinking like, what if I have to like $2 nasi lemak every day, eat white bread, all those sort of stuff like that. So emotional, financial, relationship, everything was just crumbling down. So what I did was I just went to my coil line, because it's like, imagine this bunk lah, okay? Let's see, like maybe a secondary school building. So like everybody has their classrooms and everybody sleeps in their classroom. So I snuck all the way from level 4 all the way downstairs to a little hut, a shelter at the corner near the field there, right? And I just cried on there. Just cry. Just sit down there and just cry all the way. But thank God I brought my phone with me. I called my sister. Then my sister at least like listened to me a little bit more and like listened to me cry. It was really, really like the lowest part of my life. So during national service, I feel that a lot of people experience this very traumatic experience whereby it's not physical, it's more mental. So we want to talk more about this kind of mental stuff because Xian also gone through depression because he's also in national service. And for us guys, right, it feels like very like you're going to prison, right? It really feels like that. Like you can lose all your friends, you can lose all your girlfriends, then we get very insecure. We think like, oh, we need to spend 2 years in this shithole. Yeah, this hellhole. We're gonna get like push-ups every day, like dogs like that, just roll in the mud. Then we're gonna once we come out 2 years already, we'll be like, oh, it's fucked. Then we cannot like get job, you need to study, all some stuff like that. So everything just starts crumbling down. But after like experiencing through it, right, kind of you can say that everything is gonna be okay in the next 2 years.
I don't know yet.
Yeah, exactly. So but once after 2-3 years you're gonna say army is nothing one like that. But when before you say that, now you're this phase, you'll be asking like, what the hell is this that I'm going through? You're saying you wish that there's somebody out there that really tells you that, oh, this is this all that stuff like. So like when, to answer your question, it's more of like this whole umbrella of self-help section that we want to develop when it comes to Singaporeans. Because we always feel that in the media, right, it's now very glamorous. It's all about stuff here and there,
relationship, types of teachers you see, whatever.
Yeah, our content on YouTube is very listicle, like Singapore's content. Like say like top 5 girlfriends, or some 5 inject you meet in camp, some stuff like that. It's very nice. It's very awesome because it's funny. It sells our heritage, but I feel there is we need to focus a lot on this kind of stuff. So we saw your content. It's also very positive, very good. I think it's really awesome.
Thank you so much.
So when it comes to long term, right, we really hope that you can dive to a lot of different topics. Like even for girls, there is a guy that teach girls how to communicate easier with guys.
Really?
Yeah, the Matthew Hussey. You go and search Matthew Hussey. He's really very good. Like he really genuinely cares. So when he shares about tips and advice in terms of a guy's perspective, right, it resonates a lot with girls. And if you're one, right, can go and learn a little bit about stuff from him. Yeah.
Maybe I should tell that to some of my girlfriends.
I
don't think I need that.
if like they say like they really have trouble with guys, right, let them listen to it. Because a lot of times our head mess with us so much that it's actually very simple, but we just overcomplicate stuff because we think too much. So like there's this guy who says that like the most intelligent people have the most trouble with their opposite sex because they tend to overanalyze and overthink. Whereas the more simpler guys and simpler girls will just go there and directly upfront say what they want to say, which makes it easier in the end. So like we've gone through this loophole. Because last time I used to analyze like crazy, playing chess like that. But all in all, it's all just very simple and like easier to handle when you know what are the A's and B's. So we really hope that we have this entire umbrella so that the next generation will be a lot better, I would say. Go ahead.
Okay, so in 5 years, like I said just now, I want to be out of the depression thing. I want it to be like a history already. And then this podcast, because right now I'm still in NS, so my future is a big question mark. I want to be a physiotherapist still, and I'm looking for ways to do it lah. One of the ways is a student loan. So if everything goes well, I'll be a physiotherapist.
Debt loan?
Huh?
A debt loan?
No, student loan.
Student loan, okay.
HSBC student loan. But then if mental dumbbells takes off, in the next year, if I'm still not feeling better and I finish NS, I feel like I should take a gap year before I move on to anything in my life. Because if I were to study abroad, no one will be there. I will be alone and I'll have to take care of myself. And I don't want my family to worry.
That's true.
So if I take 1 year off, it will just be like go Sec 5. So I'm okay with it. Yeah. So in 5 years, either long shot, in 5 years, either I'll be overseas studying or doing mental dumbbells in a set like this, but more fancy and better equipment, and like maybe hair and makeup done. That'd be cool.
So maybe some milkshakes.
Oh yeah, milkshakes.
Milkshake machine.
Oh yo.
Shit, man. Get the intern to clean every day.
What happened?
Get the intern.
Yeah.
Clean the milkshake every day.
No.
Like your level, I'm so
No lah,
Crazy. We record with iPhone, you think you got internet?
Actually $500, okay lah. Oh yeah, but fun fact is like the best thing I've learned so far is that have you read Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins?
No.
So it's this like very finance book. You know Tony Robbins? You know, right? So he has so many high net worth clientele, right? And end of the day he asked the question, say like, since I have so many high net worth friends, why don't I just ask them how to earn money? Then I write down in a book and then I publish it. So after figuring out and writing a very very thick book of finance like necessities that you need to know, right? At the end of the last chapter, right, he says he put this whole chapter under gratitude. So he says, right, so you think about it, like after he find out so much stuff about finance, right, the last thing he wants people to read is like this small quote, which is like it's a study that's found that in life, if you have so much money, right, and he interviews so much people, right, that in the end, when he wants to be happy or not, to be satisfied or not, right, it all boils down to giving people stuff and doing good that makes them happy, rather than that whole finance section that he gave people. Does that make sense? So it's all along like that pursuit of happiness is like giving and gratitude rather than finance itself. You get me? Yeah. So like after everything, right, at the end of the whole chapter, gratitude is still the main thing that he wants to share with people.
Yeah, giving makes people happy.
Yeah.
Like right now.
Exactly. So like in a way we are very selfish because we want to feel the best about ourselves. And then we want to feel like we are awesome human beings when we die.
Yeah.
So the best way we can do it is to try to help as much people as we can.
Yeah.
Then when people say, hey, you help us, and then we feel very happy. Oh shit. Okay guys, change new location. Better spot because we got chased out of the room. Yeah, we're gonna continue with our conversation, so let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's start with a new question.
Yeah. So basically what we're talking about?
I don't know.
Oh shit.
I see the question.
Right now we're here. I just want to know like about the difficulties that your experience when starting mental dumbbells. It's not easy, so like,
Waking Harrison up.
And waking up.
waking up in general. Waking up in general and waking Harrison up.
Yes.
So
Wow, that's like you got two phases need to get through. Like your face and my face. It's fucking tough for you, sia.
that's why I asked you to change my ringtone to something louder.
That's true. The peanut butter not good enough.
Yeah, no, the peanut butter jelly time.
Listen to my ringtone. It's crazy.
It's damn
oh my
annoying.
god, is it like the
It's
just
peanut
annoying.
butter jelly
Yeah.
time. Yeah, but okay, so right now the hardest thing to do is editing for me. I'm learning cause I have a business IT diploma. It's diploma, right?
yeah.
Diploma,
Yeah,
and
diploma.
I'm close to zero experience with editing. So right now I'm learning how to use DaVinci Resolve.
Yep.
I've been sitting in front of the computer for at least 15 minutes a day to try to do something before I give up. And right now I'm editing like all the short clips that the only short clip on the Instagram. Yeah, the Eroson, how to pronounce Eroson, which I'm very very proud of. Yeah.
Nani?
Yeah, the Nani, wow.
Crazy.
Your pictures on Instagram, your Facebook pictures so lit.
Yeah.
So many memes that can be done.
IT.
And then one thing is waking up. Well, personally, will be waking up in the morning. It's quite tough. If I don't have anything to do, if like today cause last night I did a good deed. And like I spoke to someone who was down. I don't want to disclose much, but yeah, I feel like if I do more good, my mornings will be easier.
Yeah.
Now that I learn.
That's
this.
true.
And
That's
like
awesome.
I need to fill up my days with things that I look forward to. Like today, meeting you. After seeing her like Instagram and doing like a bit of stalking, I feel like you're somebody that is positive and somebody that will not come and talk to us to demean us.
Yeah.
To put us in a bad light. So I decided that okay, this is a good day to do some rocking of the world, you know.
When he talked to me about you, he was like so excited.
Yeah.
Serious?
Because this new person that we want to really go and talk
Yeah,
to.
and I was like, oh, she want to talk to us. I was like, you got that shot. And like just very happy that we are reaching out to across the country, you know, to all the way to Pasir Ris.
Challenges at the start? Any other
Challenges at the start. I feel like
How comfortable you were when?
Yeah.
Were you comfortable?
I'm not comfortable. Even now, see, I'm also not very comfortable in front of camera.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm better at showing that I'm comfortable, but internally I'm like having a bit of anxiety.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get through it, be as comfortable as I can. I think with time, like through the episode, right, of our podcast, right, I get slowly more and more comfortable. You see like more gestures coming out, more funny stuff. Cause I'm like that. I'm a spontaneous dumbass. And that mental dumbbells wrong.
Yeah.
What you say? Oh, you do know?
Yeah.
Oh,
But I thought it would be quite a like unique factor. So
Yeah, you
that-
see, you did
She
factor
knows.
what?
She knows.
Everybody knows, dude.
Everybody knows.
Except me.
You don't know, right? I know.
I think some people don't know. So
Yes, really?
Some people
No,
they
we
don't
haven't got the thing that say, hey, you guys know that your mental dumbbells felt wrong. Like, we never get it yet. We never get it yet. I
Yeah.
swear, no one tell me anything. I think everybody assume that it's correct,
That's why some people cannot find.
or they don't want to hurt our feelings.
Maybe y'all can say like mental dumbbells spelled with just one B, cause we're using like
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't know, because
No,
it stands
we're
out.
gonna go with the
No,
truth.
just gonna go with the truth.
We wanted to say like, should we just hide it? Like say like, just one B instead. Cause
Yeah.
like mental dumb as in DUMB and ELLS.
But no, I fucked up. I straight up.
No, we fucked up.
Yeah, we fucked up.
Like when we say mental dumbbells, we just okay mental dumbbells. Then we go through an email. Okay, I'm mental dumbbells. Then we go through Instagram. Same thing. No red flags at
No
all.
respect. Oh, nobody give us any warning.
Dude, there was one
Okay,
day I was trying to type it inside YouTube. Then I type already, right? No, I was doing an email. Yeah, I was doing an email, I think. Then I sent mental dumbbells to I think iPixel.
Oh.
Then after I see, why my mental dumbbells got one red line below? And then I right click, double B's. Whoa!
No.
My brain just fried.
Wow, I just
Oh my
lost
God.
it.
Yeah.
But
And that's
see
why
lah,
you need a
that's
proofreader.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
That's why
Eh?
I exist.
Oh, shit.
we got proofreader, we got
Profession,
proofreader.
higher.
Okay, so back to this kind of stuff that I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to fill my life up with this kind of funny moments, you know.
Okay,
Mm.
makes
I
sense.
trying to make my life as fun as possible so that I don't feel like dying anymore. I still have that demon in my mind that I'm trying to kill off, trying to silence, but it's just quite tough when it's screaming in my mind every morning. Like I don't get much sleep now, but I'm working on that also.
Can lah.
Yeah.
So any other problems you have when you were doing the
Problems,
podcast?
No girl 1 year.
Podcast? How the fuck are you gonna do a podcast? Crazy.
Single ladies.
No, I'm not gonna.
Shameless.
I'm gonna cut it out.
Wow.
Don't want you to promote.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you?
Other than that, I think we didn't really bother much about equipment.
Oh yeah, our equipment
Yeah.
quite bad.
Our equipment was quite bad.
Yeah.
700D still cost me about like $500 on Carousel, I think.
Mm.
Then lavalier mic I bought about 95 for my previous job, but I didn't use it. Right now we're just using the iPhone and then just camera itself. That's why I feel like now we have a lot of like we can get away with lower quality and a bit of lousy sound for now, because I still think it's good enough lah, using like the phone audio. But before this I have been procrastinating this idea for about I think 6-7 months in, because ever since Gary started saying about voice, right, I knew I had to do something to tap on this part, because I always feel that like when it comes to our technology wise, right, we are always lagging behind America in like maybe a year or a couple of months. Is that far away? So like when it comes to Snapchat, when it comes to Instagram, all these different stuff that we have access to, right, we always catch up to them in terms of trend after a few months. So like right now you see America, there's so much podcasts. Joe Rogan is doing how many thousands of episodes?
He already has
Yeah.
Netflix already.
Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna be insane once we catch up, and once the media in our end like just becomes more developed, right, and people just catch on the trend, because you see everyone already on Netflix, yeah. And when it catches up, then hopefully everything will go more in line with us, and then we can have more stuff, like when it comes to budget, assuming we get more people on board, then we can have better equipments lah. But for now, I still think it's an excuse that we can use, but we try not to use. Because whatever it is, we still have at least a phone camera and at least a phone recording. And actually the phone recording for first episode was very awesome. Because we were just two of us and then we were very close to the mic.
Yeah.
Remember, we were just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that and talking.
You like that?
Yeah, exactly. We were just like that, very close to the mic and we were talking. The first episode we didn't record because we just like totally didn't have the camera with us.
Yeah.
So I think it's really sufficient. Dragging it for 7 months previously because I didn't have a partner to do it. Then I didn't want to just talk to myself also. So like yeah. So for now, we're just rushing through. Every week we push one content out. For now, we still have our contacts within our people around us, so it's still okay. And just nice, the time that event, they introduced us to a few more other people. We find it very interesting. Because we have to find people who have kind of like mental struggles previously. But in a way still have this very intense self-awareness together with the maturity to discuss about it on the mediums itself, like on podcasts. So I feel it's very hard for us to do it because we still have to find people we are in tune with the same language. So that person must be expressive, must have like a very bad setback previously, be comfortable to talk to it in front of the public, which is a very hard criteria to hit lah.
And we need to click with them.
And we need to click with them because it's still a conversation. It's not an interview that you just maybe I cannot say that because I don't know much about interview. So it's like it's very tough for us to find more people. I feel maybe when it comes to us exhausting our close contacts now, it will be an issue. It might be an issue already, but for now we just try our best to find more people. Because like Sian has been quite active in trying to get more events for us.
No, just trying to meet more people. Cause just talking to people really helps with my
exactly. So we met a couple of really awesome interesting people that we want to have content down the road, but for now we want to focus a lot on mental health stuff first. So like we just need to find more people around that area, but it might be a struggle because we only have like 2 waiting lists. 2 guys. Yeah,
I think it's a good start. 2 people like wanting to like open enough to actually share about their own mental issues, and like you say, it's not easy to share with like people, like strangers you don't know, get it filmed down and all that, and still stay vulnerable and like authentic. So it's not easy, but 2 people waiting list is a good start. When y'all start this actually?
28 days ago, so 3 weeks ago. 3-4 weeks ago, and then we started day after I met him. Then we did episode 1 or 2 days after. Then we just sat down there in my house and we just talk mental dumbbells, what we want to do. First episode is called What Are We? And then like we were just talking like what do you want to do, so self-help, finance, a lot of people don't know. It was just a 20-minute short clip, and I feel like it's a very good warm-up. I was very uncomfortable in the episode, but now I think if it's just audio, I'm chill. I think it's easier to express myself.
With time it get easier. You become like Joe Rogan like that.
That guy.
Actually, right, there's like this YouTube channel who breaks down how Joe Rogan does his interviews.
Really? Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the Charisma Command. So that guy, he and his friends, also 2 guys, they started this YouTube channel on how to like have better talking skills or relationship skills. And one of the person that they actually broke down, right? Not broke down, but like break down how he does interviews, Joe Rogan.
Okay.
That's how I actually found out about Joe Rogan. Like the way that he asks questions, right? Holds conversations, helps the person feel at ease.
Is it the guy that broke down Jimmy Fallon as well? Like all these celebrities. Okay. So he breaks down like what is their like thought process, this kind of stuff. It's quite cool.
Okay, go and check
it's backed by like a lot of theories and all that.
Okay, that's nice. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Later you let us know the channel.
Yeah, so like we got the last question here, which is, do you think that podcasting is the new radio, and why?
Whoa. We're stepping on toes here if we say wrong things.
Of course, fuck video.
Okay. Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I think radio is essential when it comes to like advertising, this kind of stuff. Because people still listen to the radio when in the car, in the cab. It's like a it's like essential to have a radio playing, have background noise. But podcasting is I think more flexible to the point whereby, because radio you cannot choose what you want. It's like TV. Why TV is dying out? Because people don't want to sit down there and watch something that they want to watch. They don't want commercial when the TV says you have to watch a commercial. They want to choose when they want to listen to something, when they want to watch something. That's why Netflix is doing so well. I think podcasting is the new Netflix. Like like one day when we get sponsors, there will be advertisements. We'll be telling you how great something is, but it's when you click on our podcast where you want to listen to the podcast, and you want this content delivered into your ears when you're doing in the gym, whatever. Not when like we are on. Sure, maybe we can have a live streaming like thing, but it's still the flexibility is a big catch, I think. Like for someone to like not follow like conventional timing. Let's say you want to listen to my voice at 3 a.m. You can, because just go Spotify, find me.
I'll call you.
Call me. I'm probably streaming. but And I think it is the new radio, but radio will not die out lah. I think it will get more traction in Singapore slowly, cause I've been listening to podcasts for many years now. I've been listening to like Call of Duty podcasts like since 6 years ago. It's called Painkiller already, and like it talks about it's like from episode 60 now episode 300 plus already, 400 plus already. Yeah, I've been listening to that to fall asleep for a long time.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and it talks about like everything under the sun, which is why I was okay with doing a podcast also. Like having a voice out here in this chaotic world whereby people are just spreading so much bullshit, right?
Yeah.
I don't mind, why not be just that guy who like says nice stuff once in a while, you know? Like makes you smile. Yeah.
That's nice. So like yeah, it's true that I feel together with Sian that next time podcasts will be like the Netflix of shows, because it's really on demand, and people can really like, just because it's on demand, people can really access to it anytime they want. And somehow, like, you know, podcasts you can play it at the 1.5x speed or 2x speed, so it really saves a lot of time for you to digest whatever information you need. So like same thing like when it comes to the trend, I still feel that we are always lagging behind America, and sooner or later radio channels will get replaced by podcasts, on demand podcasts on their phones. Because like all of us, even though when like a commercial is playing, right, we will like on the TV if we still watch normal TV or like movie screen, we go to theaters, the commercials are playing, we are looking at our phones, right? So we totally are ignoring the TV commercials. And same thing as like for podcasts when it comes to all this type of stuff, when it's so on demand and it saves us so much time, in the future definitely a lot more people will be listening to it. But what your question was more of where this will be in the future or what?
Like whether you like potentially replace the radio.
No, I don't think so.
Or like how far do you think that podcast can actually advance that it can become a like new radio?
I think very hard to say, but I think it will very possibly replace radio channels as well.
I don't think so.
I think it will, because it's like when years comes down the road, same thing what Gary says, when attention is being diverted towards another media, then people will start realizing that. And once people our age or a little bit older, right, gets to replace like the CEO of maybe like another organization that wants to advertise again, instead of like, if for me ask, like if I own a company, then they ask me, say, you want to do an advertisement, I say okay, where MediaCorp pay like maybe like few hundred K, I'll be like, siao, you want me to put MediaCorp for what? You know what I'm trying to say? So like once the management roles of us, those our generation, replace the top tier people in this kind of companies, then all the spending will just shift naturally towards this kind of new mediums. Cause like I also last time worked at a gym for marketing. Then for them, right, they want to like their impression of social media is really different as well from us. Our social media is like, oh, we can get a lot of impact, we can really influence people, we can really change a lot of stuff. But for them, it's just like a news feed, a place where I put, oh, today we are opening, tomorrow we are not. Yeah, there's no engagement, there's no nothing. And then how hard I try to explain to them, right, they still don't get it. They'll just be like, but it's only social media only, what? Just like 5-10 minutes, you took one post, then you post it lah, like that. But there's still a lot of shit that goes into it. Like there's all the copywriting, there's all the filters, different mediums and different language, all this sort of stuff. It's so insane, but they don't see it. So when it comes to podcasting, definitely yes, there's a lot of space to grow, because like you know, do you use Google Home, Alexa box? Don't have, right? So like imagine the world, right, in maybe like 20 or 10 years time, okay, maybe 5 to 10 years, when you reach home, everything in your house is smart. You are here, you found, yeah, correct, right? So everything in your house is smart. You just like Gary ask, hey, I want to buy soap. Then they ask you, what soap do you want to buy, Gary? I was like, like Arrow. Oh, okay, then I want to buy like Dove soap. Then you buy Dove soap. But from where? Same thing. It's use voice command. So like subsequently in the future, I don't know how really podcast is gonna liaise together with that, but possibly in a way it can fuse together somehow. And once that both fuse together, and then together with us adapting to all these different technologies of voice command in our home being smart, right, I think it will always be a very good mix in terms of preparing for the future when it comes to us being there when the chance is there. Yeah. Because I really don't like, I'm still trying to figure out how voice is like this kind of podcast is gonna be in line with those voice search commands. But I remember the previous I heard right now is that people are still using voice commands to search for time and questions that they want answers to, but they do not use voice to buy stuff yet. So since in America, if that's still not the trend, in Singapore I still think it will not be the trend so far. So when it maybe like 10 years down the road, when that change suddenly shift to that side, right, I feel the podcast will then grow a lot more exponentially rather than now how it is like another medium for you to listen to. Yeah. But some way or another, I think some clever dude is gonna realize that, hey, actually we can just do this together, and we just fuse it together. But it's the same thing, like I feel like whether or not potential for a podcast to be there, right, is still dependent on how we are gonna sell the podcast. Because like as a freelance, I feel podcast is also something like freelancing. And if you are freelancing, right, it really matters to you how you value yourself and how you get deals done. And if you really value, like I the time I work at my marketing firm, at marketing place, we engaged a freelancer to do our marketing collaterals. He helped us create the website, the all the images for the website. He helped us create this like entire book for us to like a sales guidelines like that. Sales booklet, something like that. And he charged us about $900 only. And the work he took, right, was about like I think maybe about 3 weeks straight of work, with revisions with my irritating boss, and just edit a lot of shit out. Then like it's just $900 only. So it's like, what the hell? I see his price tag also, like, you really $900 serious you want to charge higher or not? But the other boss said, like, was trying to haggle him lower. So yeah, so freelancing is still whether or not you put yourself in that value and you can like express yourself across effectively. Same thing as podcast when it comes to next time, if we are a big podcast or we are a small podcast, it deals all about how we're gonna like kind of package our podcast in a way that advertisers want to advertise with us. But our philosophy now is that if we really will get a sponsor or whatever revenue will come from Metal Dumbells, right, we will want to do it in a way that like we can give back. Like for example, assuming that they want to sponsor us with shavers, then we'll do a monthly shaver giveaway. Something like that. So we are adopting towards Gary Vee's mindset. Like we are building up that what is that word called? Legacy. We want to build the legacy first. Then if in the future we can able to like take a little bit for ourselves so that we can survive, then that will be awesome. But for now, like if we have any sponsors, right, it will be a lot of giveaways. So hopefully in the long run, when it gets big, then we can really help other people and help us also.
That's very cool. Actually, that kind of answers the previous question about like the 5 years down the road kind of thing very well.
We do give
I think maybe this question actually like help you with your train of thoughts.
I guess so.
It's pretty cool. Like, so like what would you guys what would you advise like people in Singapore, young people who know about podcasts and may have thoughts about like starting their own? What's like 1 or 2 advice you would give them?
I feel we cannot share advice.
Cannot share too much.
No, we cannot share. We cannot share advice. We only can share our experience.
Right? Like tips
there's something that we learn because the time we asked Krishan, right, to share with us.
Advice, we share experiences.
He said that, and it's our tagline now. It's like we don't give advices because he says that every one of us have our own path to go. And then when you hear other people's stuff, you cannot always directly pick and drop to your life. So what we can do is you can just share how we dealt with our stuff. Then you all can try to see if it fits into your mold. So for me, right, getting a partner is really the best knowledge I can share right now. The path that I took, because like the difference between my 7 months of no work and this 3 weeks of productivity is that I got one partner that calls me, say, hey, you do the work or not? Then I just okay, I do that. So like if you really suffer from procrastination, maybe getting a partner is something very good. There's nothing you cannot do, correct? So you just go and do it. Stop this show right now.
Just do it. If you got anything you want to do, just do it. Like podcasting, okay, so you know my story, I am suffering from this kind of thing. If you are lost like me, find someone with a direction. He has a direction, I found him. He has been leading everything. Like I've been giving me direction because I'm a hardworking person. I feel I am. Am I? Yeah. When I see something I want, that I really work for it. I want to get better, so I doing mental dumbbells of getting better slowly. I'm happy, progress, and I have a direction now. It gives my life purpose. Makes the voices quiet a bit. So if you're lost like me, find someone with direction. But it have to be in my case lah, like whereby in my case I was really in a very bad place. And first off, you need to surround yourself with positive people. If you don't surround yourself with like positive people who support you, people that care about you, for you, not for what you have, even if you find the right person with your goal, right, you wouldn't go that far. Cause that person will just be toxic and you just hate yourself more and end up worse. Yeah, I think
That's
for my
true.
experience is
community is very important as well.
My experience is you need to spend much time with positive people, supportive people you enjoy spending time with. You don't feel drained. Like there are some people, you know, right, that when you after you hang out with them, you're like you know? Yeah, you need to stop doing that to yourself, love yourself more, talk to people who you think are gonna value you. Like people who you think that will make you a better person. Like right now talking to you guys, I think after I step out here I feel a lot better.
Yeah, you feel more energized then. That's true.
Yeah. So surround yourself with positive vibes, positive people, and then if you're lost, look for direction. If you cannot look for a direction, look for someone with a direction.
Yes.
If you can't build your own dream, help someone build his own. Join someone to build your dream together.
Yeah. So the biggest thing is if you're complaining about something now, right?
Yeah. Fucking
then
stop.
you're going to find that thing that you're complaining about, then go and fix it.
Yeah.
Then if you fix it already, if you find yourself complaining about another stuff, then you fix it again.
So you fix until you're happy.
Yeah, fix until you're happy.
Actually, like Elon Musk actually has this like oh my god, I forgot the term again. But in the way that he solves situation is that he breaks it down to its fundamentals.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Do you read about that?
No.
Have you read about that? Okay, so I really can't remember the term. It's like a tree.
Doesn't matter.
It's okay,
Just try.
just your gist.
Later we'll
Yeah,
find out.
so how he does it is like, for example, a big problem.
Okay.
They have that like in one country they didn't have like energy. They need electricity.
Yeah.
So like they asked Elon Musk, so how they were so stressed about it. So what he said that you all have a big plot of land, you all have a lot of sun, put solar panels and put a lot. After that they look at him like, how do you think of it? But to him it's very simple. The problem in his fundamental form is that you all no electricity. Solutions, what resources do you have? You all got a lot of sun, you all got a lot of land. So he just simply like
Help them do.
come have a very simple solution. But people overcomplicate stuff. Like just now you say we overanalyze things.
Yeah.
Then it paralyzes us. It makes us so caught up with the what if. Anything can happen, but then it's just ifs. It hasn't happened yet.
Just
And
like
our mind
anxiety.
is our mind is super powerful. So like our mind has like two wolves. It's like the black one and the white one. The white one is like the positive one and the black one is like the negative. So whoever you feed most, right, will grow and then devour the other.
Yeah.
So if you're telling yourself like more positive things, that and it's like feeding the positive wolf, right, then it will definitely easily defeat the other one.
That's true.
So it's like if you're focusing a lot on negative, maybe you can turn it another way where you just expose yourself more to positive things, and then naturally, right, the negative things won't affect you as much. Yeah.
Makes sense.
That's true. I like that.
Yeah. I like that.
Maybe I'm true. I think that's in the sense like connecting to surrounding yourself. If you cannot feed yourself with positive vibes, surround people with positive vibes.
Yeah,
From them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right now, like
Right now we are your friends.
Yeah, we are your friends.
Yeah, you just cancel all your WhatsApp chat groups. Then you just put our podcast there. Yeah,
That's right.
We'll stop. Yeah, that's it.
This is gonna be a bonus episode, right?
Yeah, I
Can,
guess
right?
you
You
can do
cool
it.
that?
as
Yeah. I don't know about what bonus episode is, but
No, I just put because we just.
We're
want to
thinking
put it
about
on-
how we're gonna
yeah.
put this up on our podcast.
Yeah, because I think this is a
I
good.
think we want to
good-
do it up. Yeah. Okay.
You cool with
yeah,
that?
cool.
Nice. Awesome.
Okay, now we got it on recording. You cannot say no again.
Yes.
This guy.
Ask you to sign talent release form.
But
Yeah. So all in all, I feel like auditing your friends also very important.
Oh yeah, the 5 friends that one, right?
Yeah. No, like you get 5 of your closest friends.
Oh.
Same thing, Gary V. Get 5 of your closest friends. Tell them it's a very safe zone. Ask them what's the biggest thing about your problem.
Huh?
First time see someone as big of a Gary V fan than you.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Gary Vee fan. I just think that some of his shit is real. Some
That's
of them is like
Fucking cool.
You said you're obsessed with him.
I was obsessed when I first.
He still is like.
But sometimes I need to take a break from him.
Yeah.
I need to like, okay, shut up, okay. Then a few days later I go back to him.
Yeah. Because it's very important to make sure that he's a good person like to influence you, but need to have an open mind that there's other like thought leaders out there also. And also the most important thing is that your own voice.
Yeah.
So like actually I just wrote an article for a dojo Bali lah. Anyway, then like it's about how is the road to success really have to be lonely. So like it's good to be alone because
Can you send us the link later?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Wait, they haven't posted yet. The person just read today. Anyway, now that yeah, like it is good to be alone because there's a voice of one. It's just you. So like, I actually had to make this decision whether I want to partner with this guy to be like a high ticket sales caller. Then like I didn't tell my parents. Usually I'll tell my mom like how's my progress all that, so they don't worry.
Yeah.
But then like I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell my boyfriend all that, so that I can make the decision based on my own thought process. Yeah. So like yes, influencers are good. Influencers are good in a way that they actually inspire you and really broaden your mindset and all that. Gets you thinking. But the thinking process after they give you that question, right, is really ultimately up to your own person and your own alone time. So it's good to be alone at times. Yeah.
But the 5 people thing, how does that work again? You were saying halfway, sorry I cut you off just now.
Oh no, just find 5 people around you. Tell them it's a very safe zone. Then ask them what's the most biggest thing about you that they think you need to change.
Yeah, see, these two things I think they work very well because you take from what they say, right? Then you internalize it with your own thought process.
I think it's hers first, then you do the other thing better. So like you think like you just isolate, then find yourself, see what you really want to do, then you go and get the 5 opinions. It makes sense as well.
Since you got the foundation, I think it works both ways lah. You get the foundation first, then you add on the extra people. Or you get extra people, then you build a foundation.
Yeah, because I feel that like a lot of times your own problems you don't really know until you're close friends.
I'm taking it from this perspective that I was given by Nathan. He told me that he used to suffer from something also. Then he said like when he went to therapy, he was talking. He described himself as a fish tank, fish inside a fish tank, and then looking at all you know. This is all you know. And you don't know how to solve a problem. But another person looking from another fish tank, right, can see your problem and can tell you how small it is.
Makes sense.
That's why I say you look at your you look at the world first, and you look at yourself. Rather than you look at yourself first and look at the world.
Okay, makes sense. Makes sense as well. Yeah, it can work both ways.
Yeah, that's food for thought.
Food for thought.
I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think I'm fine.
Yeah.
I think we got like what 1 hour.
Yeah, I think we got 1 hour
I
past.
think we need like some glucose because my brain is like tired.
Same. You want to go and eat? I want to go and eat.
I just eat 半只鸡, I'm good.
You go and see we
Okay,
go
we'll
Ang Mo
see.
Kio that side.
Can. She need go Pasir Ris also.
Yeah, I'll be heading back.
Okay. Then
you want? Then we grab nearby.
Wait. So this episode is
alright,
bonus episode.
guys. Yes.
So to come to the end of the bonus episode of Mental Dumbells, we'll be recording the intro after this. I think we have to, because we didn't do an intro.
I heard Mantou Dumbells.
Mental Dumbells.
Mental Dumbbells, alright guys. So it's Mental Dumbbells with 1 B. So
Thank you so much for
remember that.
listening.
Mental Dumbbells with 1 B.
Yes!
1 B, okay.
1B.
So guys, this is Arrow signing out.
Yeah, this is Sian signing out.
And this is Jamie signing out.
Alright.
Bye!